Assalamualaikum and hi agents.
Before I give the questions to both of you, I will explain about differentiations. So let's have a look at that.
Differentiation can help us overcome and solve a lot of problems in our life. Differentiate is a useful way to explore the properties of a function to find the derivative. What does it mean? It means differentiation is the process of finding the derivative or the rate of function change. The reason why we need to find out the derivation is to determine the maximum and minimum values of the specific functions, such as the amount of material used for constructions, profit, and loss. Derivatives also are applied in many engineering and scientific issues, especially when modeling the actions of moving objects. Differentiations allows us to find rates of change. For example, it allows us to find the rate of change of velocity with respect of time, which is accelerations. It also allows us to find the rate of change of x with respect to y, which on a graph of y against x is the gradient of the curve. There are a number of simple rules which can be used to allow us to differentiate many functions easily. If y is equal to an expression containing numbers and x, then the derivative of y with respect to x is written dy per dx. The objective is to find related rates. So what is related rates? Related rates is a procedure to find an equation that relates two different quantities, then apply change rule to differentiate both sides respect to time.
A conical water tank has a radius of 5 cm at the top and 20 cm high. Water flows into the tank at the rate of 4 cm³ per second. The question is, how fast is the radius changing at an instant when the height of water is 6 cm? So given here is dV over dt equal to positive 4 cm³ per second, and we have to find the dr over dt when h is 6. So how to understand this term? How to know it is dv over dt, dr over dt? Okay, the easiest one is you can look at the unit here. cm³ is for volume and per second means 1 over time. So it's dv over dt. So how do we know that this is positive 4? This is because we have to look at the question properly. Water flows into the tank. It means the volume of the water here will be increasing. The height of the water will keep changing. So it is positive. Okay, so what if the question says water flows out from the tank? When water flows out from the tank, it means the volume of water here will be decreasing, and so are the height. So the 4 will be negative value. Okay, so it is important to read the question properly. Okay, so now this is the cone. We should know that volume of cone is equal to 1 over 3 pi r square h. Okay, so what should we do next? You should make our own equation. So given terms here, we have to find dr over dt. So how to find this? Like this. dr over dt, and we have dv over dt. We have to multiply with one more terms. What should you do? How do we know one more terms? Okay, It should be when we cross the dv here, because we don't want dv, we want dr over dt. When we cross it, we can get dr over dt again. So let's put dr over dv. When we cross this one, we get dr over dt back. Okay, so we have the value of dv over dt. Now we have to find dr over dv. So we have, from the formula here, we can differentiate v with the variables of r because we want dr. So to remove the height, we should substitute it. We can substitute it into dr. Okay, so we have radius 5 and height of 20. So 5 over 20 is equal to r over h. So we can find the equation here. H equal to 4r. So here we want dr over dt when the height is 6. So substitute and we get r 3 over 2. Okay, so now we have to differentiate the v. If we differentiate, okay, substitute h with 4r, we get 3 pi r cubed over 3. So differentiate, we will get dv over dr. How to differentiate? 3, brought it down here with 4. Okay, multiply 3 over 4. 3 multiplied by 4 equal to 12. So you get 4 pi r square. So in the formula, we want dr over dv, but we have dv over dr. So you can just spin it around like this, dv over dr. Okay, change the position. So dv over dr is 4 pi r square over 1. So dr over dv would be 1 over 4 pi r square. So now you can just substitute into the formula. This one, dr over dt would be 4 multiplied by 1 over 4 pi r square. We have r here, 3 over 2 when the height is 6. So you get the answer 4 over 9 pi cm per second. So this is very easy.
Here the conclusion. We can say many things can relate to each other in real life. Related rates are able to find the derivative of an equation to the various variables. Related rates are also able to solve various rate of change application. We can conclude that the objective was accepted. The solution we used to find the value of rates will succeed. We can use the same way, which are related rates, to answer and solve another problem that related to our daily life. As an example, in our video project, we need to find how fast is the radius of the conical water tank changing at an instant when the height of the water is 6 cm. So, we must understand what we learned from the lecturer and relate that with our life. That's all from us. Thank you.